Holy moly. No, that's worth it, yeah.
Vamos a celebrar que ya llegó. The moment is now, vacílalo. Dale play y suscríbete, let's go. Voyage of the Santa Marias. Voyage of the Santa Marias. Voyage of the Santa Marias. Oh, 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 oh.
Good morning, Voyagers.
Good morning.
So we're currently at the Tropicana Hostel. It is a little bit after 8 a.m. and we are getting ready for the Acatenango hike. How are you feeling?
Nervous, excited, and everyone that we've come across has told us it's an extremely hard hike, but very worth it.
Yeah,
so.
It's not Everest, but it's also not going up a few flights of stairs either. So we're here at the hostel that we booked our specific tour with. We just finished signing our waiver forms, and now it's time for breakfast. So we've got pancakes, we've got eggs, we got cheese, coffee,
Juice, and there's fruit, and that's included in your ticket. So you get 3 meals included. They do ask you to bring snacks and 4 liters of water, but all your meals are included, which is great.
Yep, so the 4 liters of water, you have 3 liters which are drinking water, and then 1 liter which you give to the guide that they use to prepare your food. So I think they boiled noodles for you as one of the meals, and then the breakfast for the next day is oatmeal, porridge, something like that. So yeah, we're carbing up, we're getting ready for a hike. The shuttle is picking us up at 9 a.m. We also have to rent all of our gear, which also comes included with the price, but it's cold weather gear, so jackets, long pants, sweaters, you need hiking boots as well, and a backpack.
Yeah.
Oh, and a flashlight for your head.
A headlamp, just because we at 4 a.m. you go to base camp, and then after base camp at 4 a.m. you set on to hike up to the summit.
Yep, so I'm wearing a t-shirt and shorts right now because to start the hike you're probably going to be sweating.
Yeah.
We're going to go through about, 6 different microclimates?
Yeah, it's something like that.
And then when we get to base camp, which is at the top after the 4.5 hour or something like that, 4.5 hour hike, then the temperatures plummet down overnight to around 4 degrees Celsius or around 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's going to be cold.
And it's super windy up there as well, so you do have to prepare for the cold.
Please like the video, subscribe down below, comment, have you guys ever done this hike or have you done any similar hike? Let us know down below if you've done any of that, and can't wait to take you guys along on the ride. Got all your gear?
Yeah.
We got coats, got all our water, we got long pants, sweaters, hats, gloves, which I actually haven't even packed into my bag yet, but we got all our stuff ready to go. Yeah. We were gonna rent bags, but these are some tiny bags, so hopefully we'll be able to rent some when we get to the actual base itself. 45 minutes later, driving up the mountains, and we made it here. We gotta wait for the other van that was with us, but then we're gonna start gearing up and get started on the hike.
Yeah. Do I look ready?
You got your walking stick?
My walking stick.
You got your new backpack?
Got a new backpack.
I got my backpack. 70 liter, rented that. Rented a walking stick as well. I think we're ready to go.
So my name is Jaime and Isaías. We're gonna be the guide for this group. We're gonna be together 24 hours, okay? I hope The weather is good, so we can come back very happy tomorrow morning. So we're starting over here. We're gonna work up. After we get here, it's gonna be easy. You guys see longer, but it's gonna be only 30 minutes, the last part. Okay? The last part, before the last 30 minutes, is gonna be difficult. Okay?
All right, so we decided to pay for porters to carry our bags. Just because some of you guys should know, or if you guys don't know, Denise's back is pretty bad.
I have scoliosis, guys.
Yeah, so we were gonna throw the waters into the bag that we were gonna give to the one porter. But because it's heavier, they charge us more for it, and it costs the same as just giving the 2 bags.
Yeah.
So we decided, let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's have a little bit more of a free walk for ourselves. So 200 quetzales, which is roughly about $24 per person for 24 hours.
Very well worth it,
Yeah.
guys. We're ready. We're starting, and apparently the first half hour is the hardest, and we can feel it.
Yeah, the air is already
It's
super
tight.
thin.
Yeah.
So we will be panting and breathing hard this entire way. So this is the official first stop. We're about 30 minutes into our hike. So the welcome center here, they got coffee, they have grapes, some snack. First pit stop's about 10 minutes, and then off we go again.
75 meters up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Off we go again. We just made it to the registration center, about an hour and a half up.
That was hard, guys.
I'm sweating so bad.
Yeah.
There's steam
¿Cuál es tu apellido?
coming off all of my
¿Cuál es tu
body.
apellido? ¿Chiapas?
To think that we're just at the entrance is insane. It's tough.
Yeah, so you sign some information about who you are, where you're from, some demographics, and then you submit that. You get a wristband, and then you gain entry to go all the way up. By the way, there's this tree over here that the guide said is about 350 years old. Look at this thing. So lunch is included with the hike, and we've got a few things.
A burrito.
Burrito. Let you know what kind of burrito it is in a second.
It's a veggie burrito.
You have an apple and a little
Muffin.
got a little juice box in here, and a little muffin.
All truly needed.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a break here, have some lunch before we start moving on.
So my apple was a little bit bad, but that's okay because there's a horse here, so I'm gonna give it to the horse. This baby. So here you go, horsey. Oh, it's an apple. Ay! Okay. Shall we try again? Okay. Take it. Got a little bit of help because I'm chicken, so here you go.
No tiene dientes. Está bien fea. Bueno, pues, pero está suficiente ya. Está suficiente.
So we just finished up at the lunch campsite for the past roughly about 40-45 minutes. Refueled, got a nice rest.
I put a long sleeve shirt on because We're going into another microclimate now, and it's starting to get a little bit colder.
Last roughly 30 minutes left of the hike. Generally flatter compared to the beginning 5 hours. Off to base camp. We're not quite there yet, but wow, we can see it.
Oh my god, it's erupting right now!
Wow.
Holy moly. No, that's worth it, yeah.
So,
Made it.
after what? How long is it?
Almost 7 hours.
So it's 4 o'clock. We got to the initial base camp at 10. So 6 hours of hiking.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I definitely teared up. I'm still tearing up.
But we made it. We're at
Yeah,
the Tropicana base camp. It's been one hell of a day. The clouds are blocking Mount Fuego behind us, but this should be clearing up. We did see a fantastic eruption earlier. I caught a little bit of it, but guys, we made it. We're exhausted, but I think being able to just see that eruption in itself was well worth it.
Yeah.
Everybody's just sitting around waiting for the clouds to clear up a little bit. As you can see, it started to get really, really cloudy in here. So,
Hola YouTube. Hola.
What's up, YouTube?
¿Qué onda, bros?
Mom at a restaurant. She has 5 kids and all my kids are adults. And her oldest.
wow. The clouds cleared up for a bit. Now you can see Fuego. There it is. Wow.
Yo! Marabout, חבר'ה! יואו! איפה הטלפון שלי?
I'm about to go for one. No, es que no puede ser.
¿Eso sí mataba al drone?
No puede ser posible,
Oh! What the?
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
So our guide woke us up at what, about 3:30 in the morning. Asked us if we wanted to do. Oh, gotta catch this real quick. It doesn't get old. Yeah. So anyway, our guide asked us if we wanted to join the group that was going to do the summit, which was an additional what, hour and a half each way.
Yeah, it was an hour and a half each way. However, he did say that at the time the weather wasn't that great and that it could potentially get worse and we might have to turn around and we won't be able to see anything and it's very dangerous. So we were still gonna do it.
Yeah, but 3 steps in, it was just way too dark.
Yeah,
Really hard to breathe early in the morning.
and
So we just
slippery.
opted out, and instead we just settled to stay in the base camp and catch some epic sunrise.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing now. The sun is slowly starting to come up, and yeah, hopefully we get a good sunrise for you guys. It looks beautiful already. So it's almost 7 a.m. and it is about to be breakfast time. The hike down should be about
They said anywhere between 2 to 3 hours.
2 to 3 hours. So wish us luck going down. We got back from the Acatenango hike, checked our stuff back into Tropicana, and then came back to our hostel here. Immediately took a shower.
And then passed out.
Yeah.
Absolutely pushed to our limits.
It was definitely a humbling experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we hired a porter, which was 200 quetzales, roughly about 24 US dollars, for them to bring our packs up. We had such a fantastic group with us.
Yeah. Everybody was kind of, by the end of it, everyone's kind of like family. Even if like you didn't get to speak too much to like a certain individual, it was just kind of like a collective thing where everyone looked out for each other. Everyone was mindful of where everyone was. Personally, it was a huge accomplishment. When I got up there, I like teared up a bit. I was really trying to hold it back, but they kind of just like slipped. That was hard. It was so hard, but it was so rewarding at the end. Just knowing that we did it. Our guides were phenomenal. Like they were just on point the whole time. But it was just such a magical experience. Like we did our tour with Tropicana, and there's a lot of other organizations that do the trek. We highly recommend Tropicana. Every little detail is there. The food, the drinks,
The private campsite,
the campsite,
the separate entrance into the actual park itself. So, the Tropicana as a tour, highly recommend them.
Yeah.
They were fantastic. The tour guides were absolutely fantastic, and
phenomenal.
they made sure to look out for us every single step of the way. So there was
Yeah.
always the guide that was leading us. There was always the guide that was all the way in the back, making sure that nobody got left behind. And even if there were people who were at the very back and were slow, which was us a lot of the time.
At some points, yeah. It's like everyone took turns
Yeah,
like being at the back.
they just made sure that they took care of us and that we had everything that we need. So you guys saw the clips. I was able to get the initial part of the hike back down, but once we started getting into the downward decline, it was really hard for me to even pull out my camera and start recording things, because I needed to make sure that I had my walking stick in place, and that we had to carry our bags down. So, you know, we were partially, each step was almost like loose rock. So there was a lot of sliding going downhill. So I didn't capture too much footage.
Yeah.
We made it. We accomplished it.
Yeah.
You know, to say that this was the most difficult hike that we've ever done is an understatement. Because, you know, I can even go as far as saying that it's probably one of the most difficult things that we've ever had to experience.
I think so too.
In our entire lives. However, it was absolutely worth the journey.
Yeah.
The views were spectacular.
Yeah. And the sense of accomplishment. God,
there were so many times where we had to dig deep mentally and just remind ourselves why we were doing it. So it was, like I said, a very, very humbling experience.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we got to do it. And don't think we'll be doing that anytime soon.
No, unfortunately not. I think that was enough for us, at least for now. Like, I know that there's probably somewhere down the line where we're gonna do another hike, but for right now,
I think we're gonna take a break. Yeah. So, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you've ever climbed Acatenango, mention that down in the comments. How did it go for you? Or, you know, if you haven't, what's been the hardest hike that you guys have